Another great talk there. Ed Reynolds, it's interesting to see, different perspective. Larry Eisenhower's perspective, obviously, that the safety initiative has gone way too far, and Ed was a little more cautious with the safety, mentioned that player safety should be one of the top priorities. What do you guys think of that?
Obviously they're from two different generations, right?
Yeah.
So one generation is going to think different from look at us. We're Gen Z.
Right, yeah. They started
we think differently
20
than
years
Gen
apart.
Y. Yeah. So it's perfectly normal for different generations to think different ways.
Yeah. And what I think about the safety is that, obviously safety is very important and everyone wants to do their best to make sure the game is as safe as it can. But then there comes a time when you maybe go a little too far, how you may be becoming overprotective. It's like, when you start growing up. It's like when you start growing up and your parents are still protecting you. Don't do this, don't do that. It's like you don't want that to happen. As we have another guest come on in,
Garin Veris, thank you for coming on.
My
Get the
pleasure.
page up.
We've been getting everyone's profile card up in the Total Patriots book. Give us a little insight as to your highlights. Right there, Garin Veris, defensive lineman, 85 to 91. So you played around the same time as Ed Reynolds did. We just talked to Ed. Were there some players at that time you enjoyed playing with or enjoyed playing against? Because obviously D-line, you're so close to the offensive line.
On our team, or you mean around the league?
Right, either team. So, player you bonded with, player you enjoyed playing against, too.
There's so many great guys on the team. The 7 years I was with the Patriots, and we got along so well. I was on the 85 team that went to the Super Bowl, and Ed Reynolds was, a linebacker that we had to work closely with, being a defensive lineman, because they make the calls, and we basically go where they tell us. And but we developed a great relationship amongst a lot of guys, offense and defense. And, it was just a great time to be with the Patriots.
Great. All right, and you definitely had a great career, 39.5 sacks, winning the Ed Block Courage Award. What did winning that award do for you, not only as a player, but as a person in general?
Well, I don't know if you know what the Ed Block Courage Award is. It's basically if you had an injury the year before and you came back from the injury, overcoming obstacles and coming back. So each team each year has a candidate that they send to Baltimore, and Ed Block was a famous trainer and somebody well respected in the training profession of the NFL. Right. And I'm not sure the history of how it became named after him, but each year, each team sends a representative to Baltimore. We get a great award, which is a helmet from your team. It's like silver-coated, and one of my cherished awards that I received, because it does represent, it's voted on by your teammates, and everybody from the league goes and has a celebration at the end of the year, and it's just a lot of fun. And just if you come back from the injury, that's a big thing in the NFL. Injuries are always such a big thing.
Right. And just to clarify, what injury did you have that you came back from?
I had blown out my knee in the previous year against Green Bay. We actually had three starters on defense go down in that one particular game. Myself, Andre Tippett, and Ronnie Lepet all went down with season-ending injuries in that game. So we all three missed the year. But that was my injury, was a blown knee. Andre Tippett tore a pectoral muscle from his chest, and Ronnie Lepet tore his Achilles heel. So.
That's awful. Those three injuries, especially in one game. Yeah. So let's shift gears a little bit to the positive side. What was your most memorable day as a Patriot?
The happiest, I think, was probably when we beat the Miami Dolphins in the 1985 AFC Championship game, and that sent us to the Super Bowl, and we became the first New England Patriot football team to make it to the Super Bowl. And probably that day, AFC Championship against the Dolphins was probably the highlight.
I hate to interrupt this, but Garin, you're going to get bumped by a cheerleader, if that's okay. I think the boys will really appreciate you coming out here, but you understand.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for your
Garin,
time.
thank you for your time.